Mr. Chairman, distinguished delegates, the relationship between youth and global economy involves different important aspects. Competition and fast changes in the economic structures underline the need of continuous innovations. Innovation is in fact not only an economic idea, but also a social and a cultural one. On the economic ground, member states cannot discuss about global competition and global economic growth without looking at the new generations. They can play an active role as well as they can be considered as economic actors at risk. In the first sense, high-level trained youth is one of the most relevant input for countries with high growth rates. The education levels, as recalled by the Secretary General, are becoming a reason of new gaps between similar developing countries or migrant populations. Last year, the Italian government, for the first time, recognizing the central role of policies on youth, established a specific Ministry for Youth Policies. At the same time, the government is improving its cooperation with the Italian National Forum in order to coordinate and receive the youth-led organization indications. In this sense, the Italian experience could be seen as an answer to the message sent by the United Nations with the World Programme of Action for Youth to the years 2000 and beyond. The legislative framework of the Ministry action is the National Youth Plan, which involves economy, culture and civil society. The plan is facing cultural questions as the intercultural dialogue and social aspect, as the need of youth participation and representation in defining national policies. But since today's debate focuses on economic topics, I will limit my consideration and suggestion to this area. Innovation in the economic meaning is strongly linked with high-level training, but how is possible to link training and international organizations? The Italian city of Turin, one of the most important training centers of the UN system, is on this matter a reference. We would like to recall this case of good practice of high training, where different international organizations cooperate to face the global issues in different ways. UN and staff college, the IO Training Center, the UNICRI and UNESCO Center live in the same campus, looking at the best way to transmit knowledge between countries and most of all between generations. In this matter, UN system gives us an example that member states should follow, educating at the concept of international training cooperation. Europe is recalling the message with programs as Erasmus, ideated to give the opportunity to assess temporary education outside the national border during university studies. In education, as well as in other sectors, institutional cooperation is therefore essential for the pursuit of the objective indicated by the Secretary General report, to explore existing positive experience and to confer an overall organic character on youth policies, to stand as a concrete benchmark for the national governments, local institutions, and the various central government entities involved. Indications for the training center are not enough in order to achieve the goals that we are looking for. Youth and economy policies should find a trade union in order to facilitate access by young people to employment. Policymakers' indication for a better education must be coordinated with the private sector, since training is not an exclusive mission for school and university. The educational and training measures cannot be implemented without a careful analysis on the flow relationship between young people and the world of work. The opposite risk, unfortunately well known also in Italy, is that the global economy produces unstable work, making the investment in education useless. In high growth sectors as ICT, the role of youth policies is more evident. Youth generation has better knowledge and innovation possibilities. Another course of action in the Italian Youth Plan is facilitating access by young people to the information society by narrowing the digital divide and extending their right to culture. It is essential today for young people education to give them highly developed and sophisticated computer skills, and increasing computer literacy is becoming a new yardstick for evaluating new forms of social exclusion, creating the digital divide. In order to guarantee a more effective, sustainable growth, we should not permit new and stronger divide, as different of access and information, knowledge and communication. Inside the Italian national border, the youth plane is facing the problem developing and increasing connectivity, and public access points to the internet and offerings of loans to young people to subscribe to broadband links. To promote the creativity and the youth project, the UN could recommend the creation of dedicated funds to support over the coming years the design skills and creativity flair of young people by providing grants for a certain number of innovative projects. The Italian government launched during 2007 the program Young Ideas Are Changing Italy, which is having in this sense good result. In the same way, we should recall the fundamental influence of scientific research on the economic growth and, consequently, the need to promote science to new generation. On editing, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to underline the message that this session is launching today. Such an important participation of young delegates in the General Assembly discussion is, first of all, a signal for Member States to support National Youth Council and forums, involving them in decision-making process related to youth issues, according them full status of responsible stakeholders. Thank you.